As you can see with how many videos I'm uploading, you can probably tell that I'm just desperate to get all this stuff done, because C3 is coming real soon. And I'm only too sure you're going to want me to play some of the things you send there. I mean, I've done this every C3. Let's play a bunch of ROM hacks that got submitted to it.
Here we
In
go.
case you're watching and you don't know what I'm talking about, it's Super Mario Central's biannual. It's Super Mario Central's biannual creativity convention. As in, it happens twice a year. And here's the CLDC entry from Blind Devil. Waluigi's underrated. Yup, Summer Hammer time, this is it. Okay, so Waluigi has a hammer that he can use as a weapon. Alright. And I have what looks like a different health system from the original Super Mario World. I have 3 hearts. It's hammer time. Push Y or X to use Waluigi's hammer. It's usual to smash enemies and trigger certain mechanisms. Let's have some fun. So do I have to jump? Can I jump on this guy? Okay, I could. And those giant diamonds. Those are the Dragon Corner replacements. And yes, the hammer can actually kill enemies. And trigger mechanism. Whoa, that's cool. So you hit this button, then the spring comes out, and if you're on it, whoop, you go high in the air. Yeah, did I mention Blind Devil's still part of the Super Mario Central community? I'm glad he came back. I mean, I still remember he glitched up one of his ROM hacks and sent it into the last C3. I mean, it was pretty funny, but like it didn't last long because I just had a really... Wait, what happened? Did I just move the springboard somehow? Or like move the button that you hit to make that? Just... Okay, maybe I thought I moved the button that triggered the springboard for a second. I don't know. I mean, it takes him a while to just swing his hammer. So it's not the best weapon to use to kill enemies, but then again, I think they kind of nerfed Waluigi's jump. They didn't really nerf his jump. Yeah, his hammer's really not that good to kill enemies because how slow it is. And you gotta be right next to it. I mean, if you do it, like, if you're just a bit off, then you're gonna get hit by the enemy. If the enemy's moving really fast, then good luck trying to smash it. This hammer is honestly not the best weapon I've ever had. Like, the ones Mario throws are way better. And what's this? A bell? Okay, I think that's a midpoint that I have to use the hammer to trigger. I mean, it's still really awesome that all these mechanisms you can use with the hammer. I mean, it makes it that much more interesting to use this, but to kill enemies, not so much. I mean, considering that crab has spikes on its shell, I can only imagine that if I jump on it, like, I'd get hurt, so probably have to use the hammer to kill that thing. But even then, I took quite a few hits just trying to kill stuff with the hammer, because how slow it is. It must weigh a ton. How the hell does Waluigi just carry this thing? At least the fast enemies don't have spikes on their heads. Otherwise, I'd be seriously in trouble. I mean, if we had fast, spiky enemies, I'd be in deep shit. Too fast to hit with the hammer, spiky so you can't jump on them. And this is the bell that I think I have to hit this. We're gonna hit the bell, and then wherever that is, I'm gonna get a bonus item. Goal! That's the coolest goalpost I've seen in a while. I mean, even that is new and it's just, whoa. And completing a level makes the screen flash like madness. Do not enter here. Screw you, I'm entering here. I'm guessing this was maybe a place to just test all his new add-ons that he put into this ROM hack. I'm guessing this is just a test area that he used. He made out of Yoshi's Island one. It doesn't really matter if your test area is blatant dead, if you don't intend for people to actually play it. Okay, this pipe's inaccessible, but that's not even the point. This was just the test area, I can only imagine. Oh, that's an awesome midpoint. I don't know what else to say about this. I really like the hammer, and it's just something new and interesting because I've never seen it before, but I just wish the hammer was faster when it came to just defeating enemies, because some of them could just move fast enough that, like, this guy's pretty fast. If I try and just, like, he moves away. And if you just swing it at the wrong time, you can't jump while you're swinging it, so you can just leave yourself open to get an attack. So if there's, like, an enemy in front of you and an enemy behind you and you swing, you're probably going to get hit by at least one of them, provided they're both right next to you. So sometimes this hammer can be like a really bad idea to just use to kill enemies. I mean, to trigger the mechanisms, those aren't moving, so those are a lot easier to trigger. I mean, considering you can pick up a lot of health throughout the level, that's fine. And yes, there's actually a slot machine attached to the big bell at the end of the level, like, and you might just get a bonus item depending on how good your timing is. Like, I just got a one up there. So yeah, this was really interesting to see what you could do with the hammer overall. Even if it is slow and not very good for a weapon overall. I mean, it's still way, way better than the bullet bill power-up in Mario XXX. I don't think anything could be worse than that, personally. We're gonna be playing LHB's level right now. I honestly can't wait to play the level that comes after this one, though. Like, the person who sent their entry in after this guy. I mean, LHB. I'm still imagining he could do something interesting. Boo Guy Fortress. Okay, so far this looks pretty nice. So I wonder what's layer 2 and what's layer 3. Okay, the rain is layer 3, so that's how it's being done. I just wanted to know. Like how you got rain that's pretty much covering the entire screen. And I just noticed there's no status bar. Maybe that's how he got the rain to cover the entire screen. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to put it on the top 3 rows, because that's where the status bar is supposed to be. But now it just feels weird for there to be no status bar. I mean, the level still looks amazing, but it just feels weird to have no status bar whatsoever. Okay, you can't jump on those guys. Okay, that's a bigger boo guy. I mean, in Yoshi's Island, you can jump on those guys, so I was totally expecting to be able to jump on them. Wasn't been too familiar with that game then. I mean, if people have played Yoshi's Island before, then, like, this can be pretty dumb to be expecting to be able to jump on this thing, but no, you can't. It's just the reskinned Boo, which you can't jump on. I mean, you could totally jump on those guys in Yoshi's Island. I remember being able to jump on them. And even eat them for eggs, but we're not Yoshi, so we can't do that. We definitely can't do that. Anyway, this still feels a lot like a Yoshi's Island level and a Super Mario World level at the same time. Oh, there's our midpoint. More of the same. Still looks a lot like the first half, except now we have thwomps that stun the ground. Okay, now it's changing up a bit. I mean, I usually generally don't like levels all that much if they stay very similar for both the first and the second halves. They're less memorable that way. I mean, now he's changing it up with Layer 2 Smash. It's not that I don't like the levels that stay very similar throughout, it's just they're less memorable. I mean, this isn't nearly as drastic as that scaffolding scuffle level and jump. Where the beginning, before the midpoint, felt very much like an Anna Kitty level, then all of a sudden, all of that was thrown completely on its head for World Peace's gimmick. I don't think I'm ever going to see a change in gimmick as drastic as that for a long time. Yeah, I think it was called Scaffolding Scuffle. I know it was in Jump. A Terraformer World Peace worked on it. I mean, as soon as the Sumo Brothers Lightning started getting introduced in many different ways, World Peace, you knew the level was going to be very different from the first half. Now I'm talking about someone else's level now. I should probably be like more focused on this guy's level, because this is what I'm playing right now. Now this is just going to require some pretty good timing. Okay, this might actually be a bit challenging. Considering this Boo guy is just impossible to get rid of. Like, he's just literally gonna hover right over you and try and just stop you from doing anything. Not to mention if you stand on the ground. The fireball, the fire that the Bowser statue is shooting is probably just gonna hit you, so really not much you can do. Not very easy to move around there at all. Now, it's probably near the end of the level, too, I'm sure of it. Or maybe, like, right near the boss, if there's gonna be one of those. I'm willing to bet there's going to be a custom boss at the end of this stage, because this is a chocolate level design contest, perfect opportunity to do so, and we're in a castle level, so two good reasons why I feel like there's going to be a custom boss as soon as I'm at the end of this stage. I'm gonna see if I can guess if it's a homing thwomp. Custom boss, homing thwomp. I'm gonna try and call it. And now this thing is starting to slow down a bit for how many sprites are on the screen. And oh yeah, I gotta do this again. Man, timing this is a bitch. So let's just move this Boo guy out of this little area here. I don't want him to be in between these two spike balls. That way I'll have an easier time just getting past them. Oh boy. Wow. Oh, I just touched the tail of this thing and I die! Now how many more Boo guys am I gonna have to dodge? Okay, let's just try and get this guy to move up as close up to the screen as possible so I have more room to jump. Because my problem with this section is that I hardly even have any room to jump at all, so that's why I keep dying here. And this guy just stuns me on the ground, so it's gonna make timing this tougher. And not to mention, oh, fireballs on the ground. So there's a lot to think about. Okay, and we just did it. Now please just let me stand somewhere close. Let me just stand here. So I can just get past this one spike ball. Oh, another midpoint. And the boss. I called it. Now, is it gonna be the homing thwomp? Okay. Wait, I can pick up Yoshi eggs. Okay, just to throw at this guy. A big Boo guy. Okay, it's not the homing thwomp. I was wrong. I felt like calling it, but nope. Wait, how many eggs do I have? Only 3. I'm guessing that's all I need, but okay. I don't really think I can lose an egg in this area. Okay, it's dead. I wish I had more room to move around in the last section with all the really fast-moving spike balls, but the Boo guys don't really want to give you much room to move around at all. Not to mention the thwomps that stun you on the ground also make things harder for you. So you really have to have good time to get past the spike balls, like the last set of 3. I mean, the boss is pretty easy in comparison to the second half of the level, but this was fine overall. Now, I hope I can complete this level before the recording gets too big. This is what I was waiting to do. I want to see what Lolyoshi's done this time. I still remember his Halloween level line contest entry he did with Mog Saya with Go to Sleep. Which I did not go to sleep because it was 11 in the morning at that time when I was playing it. Switch Palace. The power of the Switch you have pushed will turn Anin into Super Mario Bros. 4? What does that mean? A grinder experience. Oh, so that's what his level's called. I honestly don't know what to expect from this guy. I'm expecting it to be good, and or really funny. Oh wow, we have wall-following grinders. I might have seen that one other time. Okay, this might just be a well-designed level. No funny gimmick or anything like that. Oh, where'd I get this music from? And can I get back up here? Okay, I'll somehow kill the shell while I'm in midair, not even stepping on it. Okay, this is a really simple level when you think about it. Compared to some of the other more technical levels I've seen in this contest, this one feels very simple, yet it's still very clearly defined on how it was meant to be designed, and it's just pretty good overall. I mean, most of this guy's levels aren't all that technical at all. I mean, you should have seen his Make a Good Level 3 entry he made recently. I think it was called Diary of Anne Frank. It got in the top 10 despite being vanilla. And that contest, you were allowed to use any resources you wanted. And despite using nothing outside the original Super Mario, he got a top 10. In a contest that had like 66 people in it. No, I think it was 68. It just goes to show you he knows how to design levels. And he doesn't need all this technical stuff to do it either. He just knows what's good and like what people are gonna want to play. And I think I could have totally used that guy for a power-up. Or that guy. Never mind. This game really doesn't want me to have power-ups. Alright, this is getting interesting now. I can just duck here. Oh, yep, I can duck to dodge it. Okay, this is starting to look pretty tricky. Okay, I forgot you can spin jump in this level. That would probably help to be able to spin jump. Especially considering most of the enemies are these grinders that you can spin jump on, so... Oh, that's really gonna help now that I think about it. I believe I forgot that I could spin jump. And now I just gotta get into this warp pipe here, which would involve jumping on this Koopa. He died for my victory. And now we should be done the level. I mean, if we want to go and hit the goalpost high, we can do that, but we're just gonna finish the level. No silly gimmicks, the level's just over. No Jeff the Killer, we beat it. And a 1-up that I'll never be able to get. That was really cool. I was hoping he'd pull off something very funny, but I guess not. So yeah, this... What was I thinking? This isn't a joke contest. Why was I expecting him to do something really funny?